Welcome to another Iron Man 2 figure review. This time we're going to be looking at the movie series War Machine figure. Now there are two different versions of this figure, two different variants. One has red eyes and the other has blue eyes. And same thing for his little chest piece thingy. And I opted to get the red version because that's what we see in the movie, so it's more closely accurate. And it's a little bit harder to find, supposedly, even though I've never really seen any of the blue ones either. But supposedly these are more hard to find. So you can see up close his red eyes and the red chest piece. First off, I just want to state before I get into the details of this figure that it is simply amazing. It is definitely my favorite figure from the Iron Man 2 line. He just has an amazing amount of detail on him. Just from the Gatling gun here, I'll get to his accessories in a little bit, to his rubber chain piece here that attaches to the back, which is a pain in the butt, by the way, especially getting attached here and to stay in here in the first place. It's almost as if, well, it was, I had to actually trim down the piece that actually goes inside because it was too big. So it just simply wasn't going in, so I had to trim it down a little bit just so it can be fairly snug in there. He has all kinds of lettering on him. Even his blasters, I guess. I always forget what they're called, but the blasters on his hands are red. And it's a very subtle red on his eyes because mostly they are blue, but it's more outlined and red, very similar to Iron Man, of course. And he just really looks like he lives up to his name. Just a machine that was built for war. He has a machine gun on each arm, which is kind of hard to see. It just really looks like armor, but they are supposed to be machine guns. He does have these shorter pieces that flip up. And that allow him for a little bit more posability. Articulation on him is really a lot more, not as stiff, but more fluid, as with some of the other Iron Man figures. Even his ankles are a little bit more, they're not really stiff. And he does have that awesome double knee joint there. So yeah. Even the back of him. I love how the Gatling gun actually can move to his back like this. I think that's really cool. Now, speaking of his accessories, I am only going to be displaying him with this non-gimmicky Gatling gun because he comes with a really stupid gun that some people like to display both of them on like this, which looks really ridiculous in my opinion. And in all the promotional artwork we've seen of War Machine, you only see him with the one Gatling gun, so it really just makes sense for me anyway, just to display him like this. And I think they only really gave him this other one for the gimmick that, like for every other Iron Man figure that has to have a launching gun. But it's weird with this one because he actually comes with two different missiles. One's like more of a fire and one's more of a missile. And this. But they did leave some options. If you didn't want to have a non-firing Gatling gun, you could actually just have this one and have the bullet chain, because it actually has spots on both sides here that you can actually attach it to. But I just much prefer this look. I think it looks better. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that thinks that way too. So let's just get a little comparison shot with Iron Man here, Mark 6. Like that. So you can see that War Machine is just a tad bit taller, but they still look really good together. One thing I do not like about the War Machine figure is that the head, I'm not sure if it's just mine, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to have a head articulation, but the head does not move at all. There's no side to side movement, no up and down, it just stays there. Have you ever had this problem with this figure? If so, if any comments about the head, leave a comment. Because I'm not sure if that's wrong with it. I'm almost afraid to force it because I don't want to break it, because it is really awesome. I don't want to have to end up fixing it. So that's the only real problem I have with the figure. So let's just get a couple little close-up shots of it, just to see the massive amount of detail on him. So for any Iron Man fan at all, this is a must-have. Probably going to be one of the top collector's items for this line, because especially the red version, because it is supposedly going to be a lot harder to find. And if you're any sort of Marvel fan, this is going to be one great collector's piece for you, and must have. And I even got 2 of them when I bought one to keep in the package, just because it is red too. So because I'm not sure exactly how rare these, but Iron Man fan, Marvel fan, movie or comic fan, must have. This is going to be probably one of the best figures of the entire line, if not the best. Until next time, thank you for watching.